So Kelvin McCall is going viral for having an interview where he's crying about having to use an EBT card because he wrote some of Chris Brown's biggest songs.
Anyway, Kelvin McCall is out here on podcast crying out and asking for $25,000 from Chris Brown or for him to be put up. Let's talk about this story. Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's again Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So if you don't know who Kelvin McCall is the guy that did Deuces with Chris Brown. So Deuces is Chris Brown, Tiger and himself, Kelvin McCall. And at that time, he's on. Okay, so what led to this is the fact that he's on a podcast talking about how he's broke and how he's on EBT card and all that. So let me break down some of the things that's gone down that led him to this podcast. So he did Deuces with Chris Brown and he kind of co-write it with Chris Brown. So apparently Deuces, if you don't remember, Deuces was released during the peak of Chris Brown and Rihanna issue where everybody was cutting Chris Brown off and he was almost blacklisted about the incident that happened between him and Rihanna. Did I say Ciara? Rihanna. I wanted to say Rihanna. If I said Ciara the other time, it's Rihanna I meant. And Chris Brown was looking for something good, solid to put out there. And just happens to be one of the songs that was on a mixtape he released. It wasn't an album, it wasn't a single, it was a mixtape. And after I released it, I think this Kelvin guy blew up and all that. And it was a good thing that also kind of revived Chris Brown's career. And whether you like it or not, Deuces, I love the song Deuces so much. I think I literally play it almost every other week. It's one song I vibe to a lot. And now he is now, and during after the whole Deuces and himself and Chris Brown were cool until I don't understand what happened between him and Chris Brown and they fell out. And this guy has been coming for Chris Brown. They've been going back and forth on social media. But he is still like coming for Chris Brown and all that. And this has really struck the conversation. And if you don't know, he shared a baby with the Real Housewife, Eva. What's her last name? Okay. Sorry, guys. I know somebody said, Destiny, go do your research. I know her name. Names just keep leaving my head. Eva, she did the American Next Top Model, that Eva. He had a baby with her and at that time, he was in that circle, he was in the Hollywood circle, but now he's out here on the podcast talking about how broke he is, even though he wrote one of Chris Brown's biggest songs. He's broke, he's on EBT and all that. But this has also got a lot of people's reaction because some people are saying that probably Chris Brown should have helped him. Why for writing one of his biggest songs, at least show up for him? Why some people are saying that, bro, you got what you deserve. Anyway, guys, let's go get people's reaction to this and then Chris Brown's reaction to it. And then we'll come back and talk more.
This. I think it's a game, bro.
Testimony.
Why the fuck you get in on this?
I witnessed it.
He finna be in here.
Why the EBT card? And this is at Breezy, bro, and made 90 whatever the million, and it say KKKKK Max. Can I get 25,000 for them four songs I owe you, bro? I just want to leave, bro.
Leading up to who he is.
I'm not even tripping though. I got an EBT card, my nigga. Like, bro, I can't even get nothing, bro, man. Y'all want to see me cry in here, so y'all can think I'm a fair.
Hey,
I'm on EBT, bro.
hey,
That's why.
hey, look, bro.
Calm down, bro.
I'm on EBT,
Calm down.
smack, look. Say my name, bro. That shit is better. I had to go up in that by my face with a mask, like COVID, bro.
Don't act like every had no motherfucking EBT card.
On the set, I think I had an EBT call.
Man, I might get an EBT book. I walk in the building and look at me crazy.
Let me tell you this, cuz.
My name.
So Kelvin McCall is going viral for having an interview where he's crying about having to use an EBT card because he wrote some of Chris Brown's biggest songs. And it's just hard for me to take it serious because there's people out here who wish they had EBT. Whether you was on BET, now that you're on EBT, it's still a blessing that people don't have. And then Mr. McCall, I don't want to make you more mad, but you might want to make him a call to Donald Trump because the government is shut down. So not even you will have EBT in November either. And two things can be true. Kelvin McCall did come around Chris Brown at a very vital time where he needed good music and he gave him that. Strip, 2012, Like a Virgin Again, Ain't Think About You with Bow Wow, which is one of my favorite songs. And then the biggest hit is Deuces that everybody knows. But what's also true is that you got paid for all of that and blew all of your money. You said it yourself in your own interview. And then you and Chris Brown fell out. And y'all was going back and forth for like a cool year, but then Chris Brown left you to yourself, and now it's been a one-sided beef this whole time. You was just calling him gay the other day when Bryson Tiller brought him a Lambo and was talking about his pussy, so I'm confused. And then also all the stuff with Eva Pickford and her saying that you was abusive just kind of ruined your reputation as a whole. So saying things like Chris Brown is on a $90 million tour and you don't have nothing, he could at least give you $25,000 and you on EBT, it's not Chris Brown's fault. It's not. And then Mr. Telephone Man, Young Bug, got involved and was like, yeah, Kevin, I think we can work this out. I got you, and Chris probably will work it out with you. After you talked all this mess about Chris for years, please. Kevin McCall talked about Chris Brown's children and saying that if Chris Brown did this, him and his children would be unalived and all this stuff like that. So please, Young Bug, please. Worry about while you was playing in Mariah the Scientist's face, Dexter's Laboratory. Worry about that. And then Chris Brown posted, you can't walk across a burned bridge, and you know what's worse than a troll, a broke one. And then posted a picture with Deuces as the song, which is so petty. And it's just sad because Kevin McCall is a really talented writer and singer, but it's kind of like, you know, you made your bed, so I don't know.
And to Kelvin McCall, you up there on that podcast crying because you own EBT. I'm crying because they won't accept me. And Kelvin McCall, you up there crying in that podcast about you being on EBT. I'm crying because they won't goddamn accept me. Fish sticks is $7,000 and you got the gold ticket in your hand and you crying because Chris Brown made $90 million. Can you fly around the stage like Breezy? I understand. Financial hardship. You wrote with Chris Breezy, you probably feel like you shouldn't be on EBT. But sometimes the lesson is in the situation. Come on, brother. What did you do with what you already made is my question. I'm not down talking you or saying people don't go through hardship. But you throwing around a card, I'm looking at you throwing around, it look like you burning $100 bills. Boy, that's a damn good card. Matter of fact, what's the split you taking for cash? I know you in a hard spot. You in a bind, Nate? I got a couple dollars for you. Let me do a little 70-30 split. Or I'm telling that you slamming the government card down. Listen, Kev is in a hard situation, man. And I understand it. You know what I'm saying? You was working with Chris Breezy. You thought that you would never fall or that it was up from here. But sometimes stuff happens and it's okay, bro. It's okay to struggle. We come from that. As long as you don't let it overcome you, you're going to be all right, bro. Now, I'm serious about selling them little things. Never mind. All right, y'all. Listen. Go check the story out. Tell me what y'all think. I'm just the messenger.
The quiet part that Kevin McCall is not saying out loud when he got on that interview, pissing, crying, spitting, and throwing up and shitting about being on EBT now, is that he feels like, how the fuck can this man, Chris Brown, reach the heights in stardom and have a resilient career for all these years after he beat Rihanna's ass, and I can't. And I say that because, you know, he had his run-ins with his baby mom, Eva Marcellus. If y'all remember, when she was on Housewives, she was saying how, you know, they had a tumultuous relationship. He pretty much was abusive, and she had to put a restraining order out on him because he was stalking her. And like at some point, she really feared for her safety, if not her life. And I feel as though the quiet part that he did not say, with all that snot running down his nose and spit coming out his mouth, was, how the fuck can this man have this big of a career? And I was there in the beginning, not the beginning, but I was there as he was reaching his heights, helping him write these songs, co-writing them, producing them. And he beat Rihanna's ass. Yeah, I put my hands on my baby mom, but she wasn't Rihanna, so how does he still get to be a star and I don't?
Bro, I can't even get nothing. Bro, man. Y'all want to see me cry on here. So y'all can think I'm a bad. That's ain't fair.
Enough. Shut up, okay? Shut up. Chris Brown is on tour for $90 million in earnings because that's what he earned. You are reaping what you sowed when it came to Eva Marcille. We ain't forgot how you treated her. Karma may not get you that year, that week, or even that month, but it's gonna get your ass, okay? Why would a grown-ass man hand you money you've not earned? If you were if you were the writer of the songs, Chris Brown don't have a bad track record for doing bad business. Now, he can't keep his hands off bitches, but he don't have a track record for doing bad business. If you had earned the money, he'd have given it to you, okay? So to expect a grown-ass man to put money in your pocket, hustle harder. Okay? You think you're the only writer that had to go file for EBT? No, you're not. What you need to do is hustle hard. If you're a songwriter like you say you are, get your ass up, hit the streets and go hustle. Shop your songs around. The industry is so starved out for writers right now. You would literally be a shoo-in if you got the talent to do it. You cannot sit and cry on camera because you as a man are not hustling hard enough. You don't depend on another man to make sure you eat. You're a man. Women don't do that. Get your lazy ass up, hustle harder, and stop depending on somebody else's handout. Young Thug was the only one that responded to you. Hell, he's pretty much a fucking loser in the industry himself now because ain't nobody him. He talked about all his friends behind his back. He said he'd give you $25,000 and he know Chris Brown. You don't know shit. Hell, you didn't even know enough to keep your damn girlfriend and shut your damn mouth. The point I'm trying to make is this. Stop them damn wolf tears and all that damn calling and crying wolf. Get your ass up and go hustle. Your child with Eva should be just about grown. You get the motherfucking point.
I just watched that clip with Kelvin McCall on that interview. First of all, shout out to my sis Eva Marcel. Second of all, brother, a lot of people are struggling and need EBT and other things. You're not alone. Third of all, those songs are from 15 years ago, Bookie Butt. And there was intentionality behind Chris Brown putting those songs on a mixtape. Because that mixtape came out at a time that people weren't banking on Chris. And Deuces blew up on accident. It's supposed to be a throwaway mixtape. And you know it was supposed to be a throwaway mixtape because if you thought it was going to be what it was, you would have really focused on your splits and you would have had your paperwork in order. And at first you were getting coins because you were touring and you were doing things, you know, independently, and that was real festive. But you want $25K for songs from 15 years ago. If you in debt, like I don't know when you lost custody if the back child support was cleared, but and also you doing podcast, Sugar Plum. I need y'all to know, if it all fell down today, I would be up there at Home Depot as a manager making my $80K a year. No shade. Do you know that my first degree was an associate's degree in culinary management? I got in prison, and I renew my ServSafe certification every 5 years. I'm ServSafe certified on today, and I'd be walking that bitch with a $10,000 Louis Vuitton bag and pulling up in my Mercedes getting my coin tada. Wild business. You know, you understand production. You know how to work Pro Tools. It's every day that want to be a musician. You can charge $25 an hour. I'm just telling you, are lazy. I know. I've seen some. I remember seeing some posts back in the day about him having some, some things around his mental health, and I'm not going to speak on that because I don't remember exactly what was said. And also, like, that's his journey. But there's people who navigate barriers who are flourishing. But also, I want to talk about this circle of black men around him. This is what I mean by, okay, you come on this podcast, are you, like, what are you coming on there to promote? I would have cut that from the show because I would have been like, hey, bro, like, you came on here to promote something, or you came on here to be visible back in the media. This is probably not the best look. Like, they clip that because that's going to get people to watch it. I don't like that type of stuff. I feel like people don't talk about that enough. A pre-recorded show and you put something out there where I look a mess, that was intentional. You pulling out the EBT card or you crying. There's no way I would put that. As a matter of fact, I'd be like, hey, bro, we can't even air this. And I don't want to air this. How about we redo this? And if we want to talk about your financial status, let's do it in a way that doesn't. It's all black men there. Y'all sitting there asking questions. Help your brother out. But who I know do it all and they never complained is Eva. We was at Essence. We was on the panel together at Essence Fest. A lovely woman. A lovely woman. Really, really, really kind, really beautiful. The day we went to the concert, they was playing us about bringing our purses in at the VIP entrance, and Eva is the one who checked them and got us. Like, I enjoy Eva Boots. But yeah, that's wild. Why would y'all put that clip out there? And Chris Brown don't get. Again. Okay, you need engineers. Chris Brown been on tour for 10 years straight. The brother don't take off time. You need an engineer. You may not make a huge bag, Chris. You need security. You need a on the road producer that's going to mix tracks. Like, but also you got to have a spirit of hungry and going and get it. I ain't ever asked Madison for nothing. And again, if it all fell down before I asked her for something, I would say, hey, what job can I work? Like, it's just like I have people that I have friends and people I'm close to that are celebrities, and before I would be like, I'd be like, I'll work, bitch, I'll work. You know, put me in the game, coach. There's not a put me in the game coach spirit on this young man. And your life can't be devastated and off track forever behind $25K from 15 years ago. No shade.
I just woke up and I thought about something. If this wrote all these songs that he claiming he wrote, why he ain't write no more? Oh wait, this is just one part of my house. This is life before K-Mac and life after K-Mac. Man, I'm gonna stop playing with this nigga. He's a bitch. Thank you, K-Mac. I bought this with your money. I bought this with your money. I bought this with your money. I was thinking about giving you this, but you're a bitch. But I bought this with your money, too. I bought that with your money. That's the only one on the West Coast. Oh, I bought that one with your money, too. I took a shit, and then I bought this car. He's looking at you so disappointed, bro. You look whack as
Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you guys think about this conversation down in the comment section. But as always, please keep it respectful. You're on this channel. We're allowed to disagree, but do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thought. Love to know what you guys think. Do you think Chris Brown owes him, or Chris Brown should have helped him? Let me know your own take down in the comment section. Before I continue, it's being said that the last clip you saw of Chris Brown responding, and some people are saying that clip is an old clip, and I think it is because of the hair, but it's still him addressing to Kelvin McCall. So yeah, Chris Brown has said his space. But anyway, this is my own take about it. There are other interviews of this guy literally talking about what he did with his first million, how he blew it up and all that. And the truth is that this is a thing when it comes to finance. People just really need to be careful about it. A lot of people are not financially literate. I'll even say, including myself, now I'm learning a lot of things as I go. But a lot of people are not, and people can easily blow off money like that. And especially when you're living beyond your means, because at the time Deuces blew up, I think he was making so much money. But let him talk. I feel like that's not even what got him to where he is today. And there's no shade. Life is all about ups and downs and all that. But I feel like what got him into where he is today is the fact that he had a beef with Chris Brown. And the truth is that how can you, and this is the thing, like some people think that they are bigger than the program and all that, especially when it comes to Hollywood. I feel like it's very, very dicey and all that. If you know that's the industry you want to be, if you know I feel like generally in life, in the world, if you know this is the line you want to take, if you know this is where you want to be, why will you beat the finger that eats you? Because some of the things he said about Chris Brown, throwing shade at Chris Brown, is really uncalled for. He, at a particular time, he was, so how do you mess up that type of relationship, that type of friendship that's going to get you to the next career? Probably that's because I think there's an interview I saw him do when he said that they wanted him and Chris Brown to be like a duo, and the company, the record company or something, did not have it. They said no, Chris Brown is a solo artist and all that. And maybe that's what rubbed him off the wrong way, because he felt like him and Chris Brown are of the same caliber. Other than that, let's even come back to work ethics. Whether we like it or not, this is not me. I'm not talking about the issue between Chris Brown and Rihanna. Okay, because Rihanna has forgiven him. Who am me not to forgive him? But if you look at Chris Brown's this thing, Chris Brown does tour every single year. Like, whether we like it or not, as much as a celebrity, the truth is that he's putting in the work. A lot of time we don't know how much goes into being a tour. It is so draining, and yet he's putting in the work just so that he can earn the money that he earn. And you are just on podcast, just crying it and all that and all that. Whatever, you have access to these A-list artists, you have access to Hollywood. What did you do to it? You fumble it. And as much as he wants to fumble, talking about how they should have given him $25,000, at least just give him. The truth is that you have access to these things, to things that can make you more money. What did you do to it? And I feel like he should hold himself accountable, rather than talking about how he wrote some of the biggest songs for Chris Brown. He should hold himself accountable for not him managing his finance well, because he had the money sometimes, and not managing the relationship he built in his career properly. Because if you do, no matter how low you are, you'll be able to get back up. You won't be on EPT stamp card and all that. But clearly, and I feel like it's not only Chris Brown. He dated the Real Housewife Eva. So what happened to her? I just feel like him as a person does not want to hold himself accountable for how his life has turned out. And this is something, as people, we need to stand up sometimes, sit back and realize and identify the role we play in some of our downfall and some of the decisions we should have made differently. And also, don't burn the bridges when it comes to your career, especially if that's the career path you want to go on. I'm a big advocate is like, don't burn the bridges. You don't have to be nice or fake it for anybody, but don't burn. There are some career relationship that you don't burn, because if you do burn some certain relationship, or you don't take care of those relationships, it's going to cost you your career, which is also going to cost you money and cost you financial struggle. Anyway, guys, you guys let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comment section. Go ahead, feel free, share your thoughts. I love to know what you guys think. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead, feel free, share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be supporting this channel and this guy here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces.